because the beauty of this entire film is the screenplay. I think it's going to be a masterclass in screenplay. It is so brilliant. That image kind of started getting stuck to me, chocolate boy, chocolate boy, chocolate boy. And then one fine day I just sat down and I started to think that, boss, you know, what is happening is that how long will this chocolate boy kind of a thing you know, last?
जो कहानी का जो घुमाव है ना, there is one vantage point ना, कहानी बार बार उस जगह पे आती है ना, that is
तो तभी मैंने अब आज़म जैसी पिक्चरें करना शुरू कर दिया जिसमें लड़की है ही नहीं और ना रहेगा बांस ना बजेगी बांसुरी. आई मीन बॉदर तो नहीं करता है बट इरिटेट करता है, मतलब कि अरे यार कुछ थोड़ी तो क्रिएटिविटी लगा लो यार, थोड़ा तो दिमाग लगा लो, कुछ तो अच्छा कर लो.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the team of Aazam, Jimmy Shergill and Shravan Tiwari. Welcome to Pinkvilla guys, it's lovely having you here first. So my first question is, Aazam, what does this title mean, if you could?
Aazam is basically, if I'm not wrong, is king. And,
leader, king.
Leader,
Okay.
king.
Yeah, one who leads the.
और थोड़ा सा है फिल्म के अंदर ऐसा कुछ कि जैसे किंग होते हैं क्राइम के, अंडरवर्ल्ड के, उस टाइप के. सो आई थिंक उस हिसाब से था. बाकी डायरेक्टर साहब आपको बताएंगे कि इनके दिमाग में क्या था.
बस सेम वाज व्हाट सर सेड, इट मींस किंग. एंड जो फिल्म में एवरीबॉडी इज जो दौड़ है हर एक की, इट इज टू बी अ किंग, हु कुड बी अ नेक्स्ट किंग, एंड सो एवरीबॉडी ट्राइज टू प्ले हिज ओन गेम to reach there to be a king.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, in the trailer you seem to be the Aazam. You are the mastermind behind the entire thing that is happening. How is it to play itna crooked character who is, you know, doing everything as a straight face rakh ke, but you are the king actually, if we, at least that is what the trailer gives us.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of what you're saying, but still not the way it is, and I don't want to give away too much of it. But yes, I mean, after reading the script, my thing was that it's a director's film. It's like he knows exactly what's happening at any point of time and any given time. And so many times while we were filming a scene, we would go back to him and say, okay, sir, एक बात बताइए, ये इस टाइम तक क्या वो चीज़ हो चुकी है या नहीं? So he would say, नहीं, अभी उसकी planning इसके बाद चलेगी. Okay. Because if we start to do things our way, then we can probably, you know, mess up things for ourselves and the story and the director and everybody. You know what I mean? So it's these kind of genres where it's race against time and everything is like very, he turned and looked, why did he turn and look?
There's something to it.
So there is something to it. So you have to be very, very particular in this kind of genre by, you know, sometimes you can just trying to overdo things as an actor, you can mess up the whole screenplay. Because the beauty of this entire film is the screenplay. I think it's going to be a masterclass in screenplay. It is so brilliant.
So, you know, the film has a big ensemble cast of acclaimed actors. How easy or difficult was it for you to get everyone on board together?
It was very easy. Because Jimmy sir was the first one of, before Jimmy sir there was only Govind sir who told yes to the film. So once Jimmy sir was on the board, I think it was very easy to get others on the board. Jimmy sir कर रहे हैं तो, and working with him because they are, because you can't direct them ना. अब गोविंद हिलानी, रज़म, आप उनको क्या ही direct करोगे? Even Jimmy sir आप direct क्या करोगे? So my role was to kind of make a platform, सब चीज़ें मुहैया करा देने की, and then they took over from that cost. So everybody, I think, so that is the reason कि we can have so much flavor in the film ना. सयाजी सर का अपना flavor है जो खुद लेके आए, इंद्रनील का अपना flavor है, जिमी सर का अपना flavor है. So I think directing was not so tough, and neither was tough to get on the board. So I think it was easy.
And every actor you like, जो actor आपको चाहिए था वो आपको मिल गया basically in terms of first choice.
First choice है mostly. एक शायद इंद्रनील सर के में ऐसा कुछ हुआ था. We thought of someone else, but then we got Indranil. Otherwise,
okay. And Jimmy, so you know, 27 years in the industry. I think from Machis till now, 96, if I am not wrong, is when Machis had come. How do you view your journey from there till here?
Right now, I have not started reviewing my journey. I'm just going with the flow. I don't want to, you know, start saying कि अरे यार अब मैं थक गया हूँ, ज़रा पीछे मुड़ के देखता हूँ. I just keep working here. I mean, कभी कभी बीच में कुछ ऐसा slag आ जाता है जिसमें कि whatever is being offered to you is probably something that you've done so many times and everything. That's when you say that okay fine यार, इतने टाइम के अंदर मैं बैठता हूँ, थोड़ा अपनी dubbings ख़त्म करता हूँ, promotions करता हूँ, वो करता हूँ, and then you have the next line up and you just start off again. I don't like sitting idle यार. I like to keep working on something or the other. कुछ ना कुछ चलता रहे. I think that is what is important, whether it's promotions, whether it's dubbings, whether it's movies, OTT, whatever, but something interesting should just
keep
this thing keep going on, even if it's something experimental, all the more better.
Okay, but through these years do you have any regrets as an actor?
नहीं
कि कभी ऐसा there was a span जब भी आपने maybe films नहीं किए या कुछ wrong choices हुए या something like that?
नहीं, I think regret तो कभी कभी regret तो नहीं मैं कह सकता हूँ, but पोस्ट मोहब्बतें 2 साल तक मैं लगातार काम कर रहा था. We doing all kinds of films in the sense that, but the basic story of all those films was romance and like those easy breezy kind of films and all that whatever, and that image kind of started getting stuck to me. Chocolate boy, and then one fine day I just sat down and I started to think that boss, what is happening is that how long will this chocolate boy kind of a thing last? ये 2-4 साल में सब पेड़ खत्म हो जाएंगे, सब कुछ खत्म हो जाएगा, गाने खत्म हो जाएंगे, फिर क्या करेंगे? So that's when I started picking up films like Hasil, like those kind of Munna Bhai MBBS and A Wednesday and everything. So a lot of people who were close to me who were like, you were doing your solo lead films, you're doing your 2 hero projects, ensemble cast. Why have you started picking up these supporting kind of characters? And my logic was that because they are meatier. They have more for you to do as an actor. But then I would go to sleep at night thinking that, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm just like, kind of destroying everything that's going on right now? But obviously, maybe at that point of time, I was a little apprehensive. But when I look back today, I always say that I'm glad that I took that step.
True. It leads to a transition, basically, as an actor.
It led to. Slowly, with all those kind of films and everything, it did lead to that. And now we're just coming back to it.
Has there ever been an occasion where you missed out on a script? Like, a script has come to you, and कुछ रीजन से आपने रीड नहीं कर पाए, बाद में आपने रीड किया, and by then वो फिल्म का कास्टिंग होगा, कभी कुछ ऐसा?
नहीं, वो इस बार होने वाला था, बट वो मैं छोड़ता नहीं हूँ. शायद मेरी किस्मत थी कि वो एक धब्बा लगने से बच गया.
Nice. And so आपके हिसाब से फिल्म का USP क्या है सबसे बड़ा?
जो कहानी का जो घुमाव है ना, there is one vantage point ना, कहानी बार बार उस जगह पे आती है ना, that is what I think which is unique. आप उसको unique बोल सकते हो.
Okay.
I think the screenplay and the treatment, that is what will make it different from the other ones, because the moment you're going racing against time is when you get glued to your seat, that it's not about, because from the trailer you might feel that, oh my god, there's violence. In reality, when you go inside the film, you'll say there is so less violence. Because see, there are certain films which are cinematic, which are lovely dialogues, which are realistic yet very cinematic. How I would say, dialogues to the characters, to this thing, the characters who are like kind of who, being in a thriller, who are in the background and the other person is bold. As that Kamzor character starts to this thing, he starts becoming bold and the other person. That's kind of a treatment that is there. And but you will only notice all these things when you watch it for the second time. First time, this is not going to let you blink, because it's first time you're just following the story.
The pace is very fast. So.
The pace is so fast, and the interval point which takes you on a different high and all that whatever. And even in the scenes which are showing you something, some particular situation that has happened, they are also so interesting, the way they are, you know what I mean.
And when you're doing a thriller, this may be a question for both of you. You have done a lot of thrillers and you have made a thriller right now. How important is the runtime for it? And what's the runtime of this film as well?
Runtime is, I think it is 2 hours, 2 minutes or kind of a thing. I think sir, rather runtime it has to be आपको कितना ज़्यादातर वो hold कर सकती है ना, that is more important rather than runtime. Yeah.
Okay. Because आजकल discussion है कि audience का retention कम हो रहा है, लोगों को छोटी पिक्चरें देखनी है runtime wise. So that's why this question, that how important is a runtime for thriller?
I always believe that no bad film is short enough and no good film is long enough. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So ये कोई भी अच्छी पिक्चर होगी तो वो उतने में भी आपको कम पड़ जाएगी. बढ़िया पिक्चरें जो होती हैं वो आप ख़त्म हो जाती हैं, 3 घंटे निकल जाते हैं, आप बोलते हो अरे यार why did it get over? I want more. You know what I mean? So I feel that is the thing. But this one is not going to let you breathe.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
As an actor, have you slowed down with regards to picking up films right now? Like, we don't see you itna zyada on the screen and everything. That's why.
So basically, I always say one thing that I don't know about others, but with me, what happens is when you've been working on an X amount of films and all that, whatever, you're busy shooting, and then all of a sudden there'll be a lull, and all of a sudden everything starts to release one after the other. So at one point, people will start feeling, my God, you're only working 24/7 or what? Back to back, everything is releasing, right? And then there will be a lull. Why? Because you're shooting for everything, and all the backlog is over. So I think it must be happening with everybody. I mean, there is a point in time that for 1 year you're only working on projects, and then once they start releasing, they'll all start releasing one after the other. So I think it's got nothing to do with my choosing script slowly or something like that. But yes, I mean, we do take time, we do wait for something interesting to come, and then finally, go ahead with it.
You know, on social media there are these very interesting memes around you, especially after that Tannu Veds Manu returns, happy भाग जाएगी के वो लड़की भाग जाती है. Have you seen those memes and how do you react to that?
Yeah. It all started with Color Yellow and those films that we were doing, I guess, through the promotions and all that, whatever. Somebody came up with that idea and the whole promotion was done around that, and then it kind of got stuck with this thing, and people started becoming more and more creative with, taking all those things out. तो तभी मैंने अब आज़म जैसी पिक्चरें करना शुरू कर दिया जिसमें लड़की है ही नहीं और ना रहेगा बांस ना बजेगी बांसुरी. ठीक है ना?
As an actor, आपको कभी ये बॉदर किया है जब डायरेक्टर्स या प्रोड्यूसर आपको एक जोन में स्टीरियोटाइप या ब्रैकेट करते हैं? लाइक आई एम श्योर आफ्टर व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, उसमें बहुत सारी फिल्में आपको ऑफर हुई होगी कि ओके ये ट्रेंड है, पीपल आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द एस्पेक्ट दैट लड़की नहीं मिल, जो भी है, देन बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं वो ऑफर के साथ. आपको ये बॉदर करता है कभी भी?
आई मीन बॉदर तो नहीं करता है, बट इरिटेट करता है. मतलब कि अरे यार कुछ थोड़ी तो क्रिएटिविटी लगा लो यार, थोड़ा तो दिमाग लगा लो, कुछ तो अच्छा कर लो. तो बहुत कम ऐसे राइटर्स और डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं जो एक जब कहानी लिख रहे होते हैं तो सबके किरदारों को बहुत अच्छा लिखते हैं. चाहे भले एक आदमी 2 सीन के लिए भी आ रहा हो, लेकिन वो इतने बढ़िया तरीके से लिखते हैं उन कैरेक्टर्स को. नहीं तो हमारे यहाँ पे वो पता नहीं क्या कहाँ सीख के लोग आते हैं, क्या होता है वो बेसिकली बस जो मेन हीरो है या हीरोइन है और एक विलन है, भाई ये इन्हीं 3 के ऊपर वो पूरी राइटिंग अपनी जो है वो उड़ा देते हैं, बाकी सारे बस आ रहे हैं और जा रहे हैं. अरे यार अगर उनके सीन आप रख रहे हो तो उनके लिए भी तो कुछ लिखो ना यार. They have only 4 scenes in the thing. You can understand that the screenplay has to go ahead and everything like that, but that can happen with them also being involved. Na?
Like how beautifully your character was in Munna Bhai.
But I'm saying that there are a lot of writers who really do. I mean, Raju to chalo fantastic, but apart from that, Himanshu, all these people, they write so well. Even Himanshu and all, कोई भी उनकी फिल्म देखो तो सबके सब कैरेक्टर्स जो हैं वो बड़े पावरफुल होते हैं. भले कोई 4 सीन के लिए भी आ रहा होता है तो वो इम्पैक्ट छोड़ के जाता है, and people come out and say this thing, but rest what happens? You know what I mean?
True, I agree.
Especially the newer ones. I mean, they need to also start. I'm saying that because I get a lot of scripts from new people also who are this thing. So if you're just the hero, then you just every scene is the hero only. तो वो भी थक जाता होगा यार कि कितना मैं लोटा भर भर के एक्टिंग करूँगा. आप समझ रहे हो?
Yeah.
दूसरों को भी तो डालो ना, दूसरे कैरेक्टर्स को वो करो. इसलिए you know somewhere I've been lucky. मैंने ऐसी फिल्में चाहे मुन्ना भाई MBBS हो, now if you see a Wednesday also, everybody's roles were so powerful. Everybody left an impact. That's writing where you know where everybody has an equal part to
something to contribute to the screen.
Contribute to the.
आप जब स्टोरीज लिखते हैं, यू कीप दीज फैक्टर्स इन माइंड कि मेरे जितने भी, सपोज आज मैं एक एक्टर को अप्रोच कर रहा हूँ, यू मेक श्योर दैट राइटिंग वाइज हिज कैरेक्टर हैज अ वेल गार्डेड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट.
सर मेरा अप्रोच डिफरेंट है बिकॉज मैं पहले कहानी लिख के उसका स्क्रीन प्ले ऐसा नहीं लिखता हूँ सर. आई डोंट नो.
ओके.
आई डायरेक्टली राइट, मैं स्क्रीन प्ले लिखना ही शुरू करता हूँ कि बैठा है उधर से. आई समटाइम आई ऑल्सो डोंट नो कि आगे जाके कहाँ क्या होने वाला है, ऐसा काइंड ऑफ थिंग. सो आई डोंट ऐसे एक एक कैरेक्टर का वो
नहीं. बट इनका मैं वाउच करता हूँ. देयर आर कैरेक्टर्स हु हैव लाइक कम इन ओनली एज 2 scenes. Once you show them that come for the first time in the film, they've received a call and all that whatever. Next you see them and the action happens, right? But just those 2 scenes, the guy has taken it.
Okay. And you know, before we sign off, last question: what are the upcoming projects like for you after Aazam?
Sir,
मेरे लिए तो अभी नीरज पांडे's film with Ajay Devgn and Tabu. Yeah. Auron में कहा दम था. And then Neeraj and Anand Rai's production wherein we've got that Haseen Dilruba 2.
Oh yeah.
These are the 2 that I've just completed, and I've got a couple of projects on OTT, really nice big ones, which should be announced very soon. I mean, as in the release dates. And I'm through with the shoot and everything.
So now we'll see you in 4 different films, like you said, in a quick succession. And sir, for you?
Sir, I'm doing a film with a lady lead for the Kashmiri terrorist की कहानी है.
Okay.
So we'll be shooting next month, and if everything goes well with Aazam, we will do Aazam 2 with sir next year. So we already shared the plot and everything. He likes that plot also very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
we'll wait how this does in the market. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to both of you, and wish you all the best for Aazam.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hi, this is Shravan Tiwari, and you are watching Pinkvilla. Our film Aazam is releasing on 26th of May. Please do watch. Thanks.
Hi, this is Jimmy Shergill, and you're watching Pinkvilla. Our film Aazam is releasing on the 26th of May. Please do catch it in a cinema near you.